Hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Fabulous.
Fabuloso.
Yeah, like the cleaning
That's
product.
what I was thinking of.
Yeah, it looks kind of yummy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's banned. Wait, no,
Is it banned?
No.
I know it's not edible, but like I want to eat it.
Anyway, hi, welcome to Shiver. This is our 5th episode.
Yeah.
And it's about Utah. We don't have a title yet. That's okay.
Yeah, we'll come up with something.
We'll figure it out.
When we're uploading it and stuff.
Yup.
Anyway,
why don't you introduce this time, Tara?
so on today's episode of Shiver, we're gonna be talking about spooky stories from Utah. Yay!
Trying to find the sound effect. Where is it? Ah.
Yay!
Yeah.
Utah.
Utah.
So anything interesting happened this week before we get started?
Anything spooky? I'm trying to think.
Anything interesting? Anything spooky?
Oh, I don't know if the lights in our studio that we're recording in right now are automatic, because usually I just press the button and then they go on.
Yeah.
The face you're giving me right now is awesome.
What did you do to the lights?
So I walked in and they were off. I didn't touch anything, and then they just turned on. And maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe they're just automatic. But that was a little bit spooky.
Oh man.
I'm gonna have to ask Mr. D after this. Like,
Yeah.
is it a ghost, or am I just dumb?
Or did I just accidentally hit the switch?
Maybe.
Maybe I had dementia and I forgot.
Maybe. What? Anything spooky going on with you?
Nothing spooky, but I'm gonna do some driving testing later this week. Because I passed my permit, the written permit test thingy.
Yeah.
Woo!
Go Terra!
Yeah.
Everyone comment, or like, if you're watching this on YouTube, comment.
Congrats,
Congrats, Tara.
You can sort of drive. But yeah, no, other than that, I haven't had really much, a lot of work and stuff, but
It's pretty spooky.
yeah.
Finals aren't coming up. What am I talking about? Spring break is next week.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to go to the Winchester Mystery Mansion because my grandma, who is an amazing listener to this podcast, go grandma,
Go Taylor's
go
grandma.
she wants to take I think the two of us, but I'll ask again, at the Winchester Mystery Mansion that we covered on the first episode that you should watch.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we should.
Yeah, it'd be so fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, either during spring break or the summertime. We'll see.
We should do that.
But yeah, we'll definitely...
Over summer, we should go visit some spooky places.
Yes!
Yes.
That'd be so fun. So, Tara, what's your first spooky Utah story?
Okay, so I'm going to be covering this place that is known as Pine Glen Cove, but it also goes by other names such as Hatch's Camp, Forest Hills, and St. Anne's Retreat, because it's been like in ownership of a lot of different people. So like they each like named it something, and they're like, oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, it is in Logan Canyon, Utah. Shout out to any people in Logan. I don't know.
Dude, I don't think we have any listeners in Utah.
What about your family? Don't they live in Utah?
I don't know. Some of them.
I don't know where
Well,
my
no.
family-
I know. I think my cousin lives in Utah. I'm not sure.
Well,
I won't give away his name, but
Utah
I'm not
people-
gonna dox you. I promise. But yeah.
So it was originally constructed in, designed in 1910, and then, give me a sec, I'm gonna totally butcher this name.
That's fine.
Hezekiah Eastman Hatch, which was originally designed in 1910. And it's a series of cabins, and I think one larger building. And the first cabin was constructed from 1915 to 1920, which is a long time to make one cabin.
Wait, 1950? Did you say
1915 to 1920.
Oh. I was like, wait.
Man.
So they went back in time.
Yeah. They built it backwards.
Nice.
And he created it originally for his wife, Georgia Thatcher Hatch.
I thought you said Margaret Thatcher.
Oh God, no. But yeah, so they lived there with their family, family stuff. But then they died, as people do. And their son, Lorenzo Boyd Hatch, and his brother-in-law, Floyd B. Oldham, got the place and were like, we're gonna fix this up.
Just like that.
Yeah.
We're gonna fix this place up.
As a side note, I just was researching this and I found this fun little fact. So the brother-in-law, Floyd B. Oldham, his second wife, Jacqueline Contrand, was a famous aviator that set more than 200 flying records, and including being the first woman to break the sound barrier in 1953.
Slay. That was bad. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I was like, wow. I just wanted to support a woman.
Yeah. Women's History Month. Oh wait, will it be Women's? No, it won't be Women's History Month when we post this.
Wait, when's Women's History Month?
This month.
Oh no,
girly.
I need to research on my women's history. Well, when we're recording this, it's Women's History Month.
Yeah.
So yeah, women, support them.
Give us free stuff.
Yes, please. But the two men, they had the business stuff going on, and they expanded upon the original couple of cabins to make it bigger, and they kind of rebranded it, so to speak, as the Retreat. That was a summer vacation home for them and their families and some friends and stuff, and they also ended up inviting a lot of Hollywood people and political people. I think they even the Tsar of Russia they invited at one point.
Wow, okay.
And they're like, "Sup, bro? You want some cookies?"
Wait, why would the Tsar of Russia go to Utah?
I don't know, man.
I mean,
good question.
I've never been to Utah. I'm sure it's pretty.
I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, they would let them vacation there, and it was a nice little just retreat resort place for all these rich, famous people. But in the night.
Are you gonna burp again?
No, we're good.
This is her signature thing.
Every episode, there's gonna probably be at least one burp.
Yep.
If I go through an episode and there's no burp, assume it's not me.
We need to add a burp sound effect.
Wait. Okay, wait. That is something we need to.
Oh, wait, we don't have it. I was gonna.
But we should get one.
We should get one. Just you. I'll get a soundbite of you just. Awesome.
Anyway, in the 1950s, they tried to donate it to a couple of places because they're I guess we're done with this now. So first off, they tried to donate it to the Jesus Christ Church of Latter-day Saints, and they're like, nah. And so then they tried to donate it to the Utah State University, and they were also like, nah. But then they're like, yo, Roman Catholic diocese.
I don't know how to pronounce
I don't know, but they were like, yeah, we'll take it. And they're like,
nice.
Sweet. So they gave it to them, and the church, it was a church, by the way. It's Dio, whatever. It's just a fancy word for church. And it was renamed St. Anne's Retreat by the church, and it kind of became a spot where nuns went, especially a vacation spot for nuns, especially from the Sisters of the Holy Cross.
That's cool.
They went there a lot, and they're like, yo, let's go swimming in our nun outfits.
I just imagine them, in their nun uniforms. If I'm saying that right, sorry. But, sitting back on a chair, getting, a tan, or, trying to get a tan.
Trying to get a tan on their, one shown piece of skin.
Yeah.
With their nose.
Shout out to nuns.
Yeah, go nuns.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
But the place is rumored to be where, like priests and like brothers, whatever they're called, the religious people, would send impregnated nuns.
Wait. Oh.
Because there was a swimming pool there, and they were kind of like rumored to be sent there to drown their babies in the swimming pool.
What?
Because nuns aren't supposed to do the hee-ha, hoo-ha.
That's still messed up.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. But there is one legend. There's one legend that a nun drowned her baby there and then ended her life. And then kind of like things that spawned out of this rumor is that like people have heard children's voices and seen apparitions of nuns and stuff, especially around the swimming pool, but at the place in general. There's also another legend that a nun pushed another nun into the empty swimming pool and she died.
Oh my god.
Yeah, nuns are kind of crazy, bro.
That's...
They party on the
like,
weekends.
Okay, I might sound super ignorant here. Is that, like, normal? Like, if a nun gets pregnant, like, is that what they do? Or do they just, like...
I don't
know.
Honestly, I'm just guessing here, but I'm from what I remember, it's like they're supposed to remain, like, quote-unquote virginal and pure.
Yeah.
So, like, if they were to be pregnant, you know, not considered virginal and pure, so they'd...
Right.
I think... this is just me trying to remember things. I might be totally off on this, but as far as I remember, they would kind of, like, outcast them and be like, oh, you suck, even though a lot of the times it was, like, the priests and stuff getting them pregnant.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. But, there's also been, like, other legends surrounding it about, like, satanic... Sorry, it's a little burp. About, like, satanic worshipping and, like, hellhounds also around there.
Hellhounds?
Like,
Why?
like the song by Chloe Moriando.
Chloe.
Oh, wait, Chloe Moriando.
Love them.
I like their music. You should listen to it. They came out with a new song recently, Killbot.
Mm-hmm.
It's got an exclamation mark at the end, and you should listen to it. Not sponsored. I like her music. I like their music, and they're pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah, there's other legends like surrounding them. I couldn't find like any specifics on those legends, but it's just like spooky. Woo. But then in the 1980s, it was turned into a summer camp for the Boys Club of Weber. Weber? It doesn't matter. Boys Club, it's a summer camp, so like people go like, yeah, haha, let's go make fishing and make fishing. Wait.
Fishy fish, making it stinky.
I took the opportunity. I had to put that in.
Oh my gosh, but yeah, like fishing and like making friendship bracelets. I don't know what people do at like boys camps. Anyway, and then in 1993 it was sold into private ownership. So it was like private property, which is what private ownership. Yeah, anyway. So there was a couple of accounts of people like visiting it. So one of them was the story of Andrew Timms, who visited the site with a couple of friends. I burped again. He was like an avid paranormal. He was like an avid paranormal abandoned place explorer thing. And I keep having these
Number 4?
I keep having this really tiny little burp. But so he was like, I want to go visit this place because spooky ooky is my stuff that but then so there's like a bridge that you have to pass over to get into the place. So what happened was they parked on the one side of the bridge and then got out and started walking over to the cabins and stuff, and one of his friends was like starting to feel like really nauseous and really like anxious, and like they were shaking a little bit and stuff. And as they crossed the bridge, his friend started shaking like almost in like a seizure-esque way, and like was puking and was just not good.
Jeez.
And he was like, "Oh, let's take you back to the car," you know.
Yeah.
So they go back to the car and they're starting to they're getting back in the car and stuff, making sure that their friend's okay. And they start hearing rustling in the bushes, and the rustling
So quiet.
and the rustling turns into running and stomping noises. And they quickly drive off out of fear, and they stop at the nearest gas station.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna sneeze.
Nah, I was yawning.
Okay. They stop at the nearest gas station, and when they get out of the car, one of the friends goes, "Guys, look at the windows."
Nope. No. I don't like that.
And on the windows, and even on the side of the car, they had found 60 to 70 handprints.
Oh, hell no.
All over the car.
Mm-mm. I hate that, actually. That's
Yes.
terrifying.
Yes. And then another event of people going to go visit the place was on October 10th, 1997. So 8 teenagers entered the camp because they're like, I want to look around and spooky, I don't know. And they were met by 3 armed guards who were like patrolling the place, essentially. And the guards handcuffed them and tied their necks together with rope.
What? They can't do that.
I'm getting to that.
My
But yes, I agree. And so then later the police came and released them. And then later that night, a different group of teens, this one was about 30 teenagers, which is, I don't know how you get 30 teenagers from one place to another. I don't know if they were walking or taking a bus. I don't know. Anyway, they entered the camp and were met by the same armed guards who ushered isn't too nice a word. They put them all in the empty swimming pool.
Oh my God.
Zip-tied their hands together and bound their necks with rope. And told them that if they moved and the ropes tightened, it would trigger an explosive and they would all be killed.
Because why?
Trespassing.
I don't think that's wow, okay.
And then they called the police again, and the police were like, they came and they're like, let's just release the kids. They're not doing nothing. And the guards ended up being charged with, thankfully, were charged with 6 cases of aggravated assault because
Not even like attempted murder.
there wasn't an actual explosive.
I don't care. Like that's
Yeah.
What gave them the right to do that?
I'm
Like genuinely, I don't
I'm
understand.
just genuinely confused why they did that. Like,
if they're just
it's a group of
trespassing.
teenagers, bro. What are they gonna do?
Like
Kick you?
even if they're being like
You got a gun. You'll be fine.
that's so lame. That's stupid. Wow. I don't know what to think of that. That's kind of crazy.
And it's like, honestly, I'm just like really confused as like the thought process behind that.
Yeah. We're really scared of these little
Like 16 and
hairy
17-year-olds.
16-year-old boys. Let's tie their necks together and put them in an empty pool and then threaten their life with fake explosives.
Yeah, like
Like, what is wrong
you
with
must be on some crazy power trip to
Well,
think that that's
seriously.
okay.
Like, okay, whatever, crazy psycho.
Yeah, but on a slightly lighter note, the land is now owned by the U.S. Forest Service, who leased the buildings to Pine Glen Cove LLC of Holiday, which is which is a company. But it is, like a sort of tourist attraction. People can go visit. They can see the spooky pool.
Uh-huh.
I believe it's a tourist attraction. I forgot.
Well, that's still scary. Actually,
Yeah.
I'd like to go there though, like as a
Yeah.
like a tourist.
Oh, hopefully there's no armed guards there this time.
Seriously, hopefully, like they won't see me accidentally drop a piece of trash and then put a gun right next to my head.
I
like,
know. I
okay.
was like,
Jeez.
I was thinking actually when I was like reading up on this, I was like, there's gotta be like what, it's not super hard for me to believe that people would think that this is okay to do, but also at the same time, it's like, This guy, were you like drunk or like?
It's like borderline insane though. It's
Yeah.
not even like, oh, they were just doing their
And
job.
and
It's
there's like
no.
3 of them. Like, did none of them think like, hey, maybe let's not essentially like not kidnap. They weren't.
They kind of kidnapped them though.
Yeah.
They held them against their will.
Yeah, like it's totally fine to kidnap children and hold them hostage and then like threaten their lives under like false pretense. Is that the right word?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. When there's nothing actually like threatening their lives other than the big people with the guns. Like
That's
anyway,
wow.
this is just a rant about me thinking that they're dumb. But yeah, that is the
same.
there is like still like spooky things that happen, like like the story I told earlier about the
Yeah.
guy who went to visit. There's stuff like that still happens. Yeah, it's a spooky ooky place, and don't go at night with a group of a bajillion teenagers because you'll get
Assaulted.
you'll get assaulted.
Jeez.
Fun stuff. Anyway.
Woo-hoo.
That
How many
might
times have I used that today?
a lot.
Jeez.
Anyway, yeah, so my story was kind of shorter, I think.
I don't think so. I think
Oh.
yours was pretty good, actually.
Okay, well, that's good. Anyway.
Anyway, that was really scary.
Yeah. Okay, Taylor,
Yeah.
what's your story?
Well, my story it takes place in West Haven, Utah, and probably not the most credible source that I got this from. But I watched an episode of Ghost Hunters. Look, I know.
Whoops.
Oh,
What was your water bottle?
you're good.
Anyway.
But like, look. I know that probably a good 80% of what they do is fake, but like, they're entertaining.
Yeah.
What is that sound?
We're telling stories. We're not like we're not Wikipedia.
I'm not. You know what? Don't trust everything that we say.
Yeah.
But,
We try to be factual, but
Some of it-
sometimes
yeah.
our sources are not always the best. But we do try. We're not like I'm trying to think of a really non-credible source.
Reddit. Well, no,
Yeah.
I went to Reddit for Instagram.
Okay,
Look,
but
look.
like generally we keep our stories as like factual as possible.
Uh-huh.
You have our word, cross our hearts, all that jazz.
Yeah.
We do try to be credible. We do try to find good, reliable sources and stories.
Mm-hmm.
Go with your story, Taylor.
But yeah, I got it from Ghost Adventures. Again, it might not be this might not all be real, but some of it's interesting. You know, some of the stories and legends that the people in this town have are pretty interesting. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. So the part of this town that they investigated was actually a 12-acre forest.
Oh wow.
Right next to
wow.
right next to the popular old horror attraction called Haunted Hollow, which we watched a short video on and kept making fun of everyone in it.
We're great.
We're great. But the caretaker of the grounds is this dude, and he said that he had witnessed a very tall, gray walking creature just like roaming the forest. So like, think of Slender Man. And then he kind of looks, I don't think I took a screenshot of it, but just think of Slender Man.
Yeah.
Or don't, because he's kind of scary.
But yeah, that's sort of a deal.
Yeah. And the land was originally inhabited by and I completely apologize if I pronounce this wrong. The video that the episode I watched had no captions, and I couldn't find it on the internet. So the Ute people, I think it's UTE, it's from my research I did, but again, I could be wrong, so correct me. They're an indigenous tribe, and their forest was like massive and said to have like really ancient and for some reason like elemental energy. If that makes sense. So they were like deeply connected to the elements.
I was gonna make an Ninjago joke. I'm sorry.
Avatar Last Airbender joke.
Gosh. Anyway, continue.
Where was I? Okay, so people that work on the Haunted Hollow attraction, they live on the grounds, including one maintenance worker named Travis Lauterbach. I probably pronounced it wrong. Travis.
That's my guy, my dude, my bro.
Do you even know who this is?
No.
You just thought his name was cool?
Yeah.
Cool. I love that.
I very easily latch onto names that I think are silly, even if they're like nothing, like they're like basic names, like
Yeah.
Travis. I'm like, Travis.
Love that.
Anyway, continue.
Anyway, he claimed that the gray man would literally just like sit in the forest and just stare at you. Yeah, with the F-boy face. just, you lost, baby girl.
I know a nice little cave I could take you to.
I hate that.
Oh my
so
gosh.
much. Oh, it's so bad. Your dog just touched my dog.
Oh, that was actually my leg.
That was your leg. Okay, not your dog. But yeah, he said in episode 5 of Ghost Adventures season 23, which is where I'm getting all this from. Oh, besides the research online. That the creature has ties to like a sacred path, and that it all could have been birthed from evil doings by humans.
So, like, if I stole some grapes.
Okay, and?
If I stole some grapes and I kept stealing grapes all the time, that could lead to Big Bad Man. Or is it gotta be like something like if I stole somebody's like car?
You're just gonna like haunt you or something?
No, like it makes the big bad. Was that what you said it was? The Big Bad Man shows up like.
I mean,
from people doing bad stuff.
Well, I'm gonna get more into it because there was a specific event.
Okay.
So every time Travis would catch a glimpse of it, he, along with like other witnesses I'm gonna mention in a minute, would get lost in like a state of paralysis. Like they could not move. And they weren't asleep, so this is not sleep paralysis. They were doing like, there were some people that were doing, I'll mention again, paranormal investigations, and then he just was sitting outside, like by his trailer.
Oh wow.
So just imagine like looking out into like a huge deep dark forest of trees and just seeing this like really tall faceless gray man just like staring at you, and you cannot move.
I don't want to think.
Or think. That. I think that was another thing. You couldn't really think clear.
Oh wow, that's very strange.
Yeah. So that's terrifying. But yeah, he said that's why he refuses to go out at night. And I mean, valid, because yeah, I wouldn't go out at night either if I saw that.
Going out at night right now without having seen that.
Yeah.
But that's just because I'm afraid of the dark.
You are?
A little. Taylor.
How did I not know it?
I don't know. I thought you were gonna go like run and turn off the lights, even though like there's like natural light already.
Okay, now I'm tempted. No, I'm not gonna do it because then I have to take my headphones off and it's gonna be a big deal.
Yeah.
Bleh. But yeah, I didn't know that though. How did I not know that?
I don't know. I don't talk about it very much. That's true.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm a
valid,
little
though.
afraid of the dark.
What about the gray man that lives in the dark?
Yes.
Yeah, him too. You know what I think about when I say gray man? And I know only like the teenagers are gonna get this reference. Sorry. Get this reference. But I think of Homestuck.
Oh my god.
Look, I've never played the game, and I know the fan base is really cringy, but like, now I'm just thinking of that. That's so stupid. Anyway, do you know what I'm talking about though? No.
I mean, I know what Homestuck is, but I don't know what you're specifically referring to.
I have to show you.
Oh.
These people.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
A little bit, but not. I just know it exists. I don't know anything about Homestuck.
I know it exists, and I know what the characters look like, but I don't know anything about it. Anyway, another visitor or another witness would be Vincent Lords, and he is a paranormal investigator that ran an investigation on the grounds with his teams. This is the people that I mentioned. He claimed that he and his team saw the 7 to 8 foot tall, gray, huge creature. So many adjectives that I wrote in one sentence. Tall, gray, huge creature looming faceless in the forest. Wow. Crazy. And he said he felt locked in place, unable to move, and he eventually felt a deep pressure on his neck, only to reveal very visible choke marks shortly after.
Oh. We got force choked, bro.
Yeah. So this is the screen capture, or I don't know, the scene. This is the neck. Goddamn. Okay, so this is the visible choke marks on the investigator's neck right after the investigation. Like I don't like this.
It does look like a hand mark because of the like.
Yeah.
Can you post this on Instagram?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Timestamp is 7:13 at our what is it? Episode 5 of Ghost Adventures season 23. Just so you guys want to check it out.
Okay, yeah, but it does kind of look like a handprint because if you see it, like there is like right there, there's a little like where the palm, the indent of the palm would be right there.
Right. Like it's just creepy.
Yeah.
But also I love the goatee. I think that's awesome.
It looks so goofy from
his
this.
beard is like so cool.
His beard looks goofy from this angle.
But yeah, like that. It's so red. Like,
Yeah.
why would it be that red?
Yeah.
Like only if you got choked or like really hurt. Like that looks like a sunburn almost.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a sunburn.
It's kind of patchy to be a sunburn.
It's a little patchy. I don't know. But yeah, and then he doesn't have it on his face. Like it's only on his neck though.
Yeah.
So
it would be. It's a possibility it could be faked, but also it does look very realistic.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the very spooky picture. And during Ghost Adventures interview with Vincent, they also found a stick doll on the ground.
Oh, like a voodoo doll?
Like a voodoo doll or
Yeah.
like some sort of doll.
Yeah.
And after one of the team members, Billy, touched the doll,
Billy?
He became really aggressive and pushed people aside and shoved it in Aaron, who's another investigator's pocket. This part, I think, is fake.
Yeah.
Personally. Just with a bit of skepticism, I'm going to say it's fake.
Yeah.
But,
I didn't see the actual footage, but based just on your description, like, that is something that could very easily be faked.
yeah.
Like,
Because you just acted out.
yeah. Like, I mean, the possibility that they found the doll, I also, I would also
Yeah.
think that would be faked.
Could
but
be.
that, even, like, if they just did find the doll, I feel like that would reaction. Like, if they did actually find the doll, I do feel like that reaction is still fake.
Yeah. So sorry if you just heard my phone buzz. But, oh, why am I looking around? It's right in front of me.
Where'd my phone go?
Where is it? It's right here. So they threw it back out into the open in fear of its, like, high energy, and suddenly Billy went back to normal. Again, so could be faked. I thought it was really funny to watch because it was like,
"Brrr."
yeah, because he was like, oh, I gotta get out of here. And he kept, I don't know. I think Aaron's funny.
Yeah.
But the doll even supposedly had bones inside of a ritualistic bag right next to it,
Oh.
which is pretty creepy. I think they even showed it, but I didn't put what timestamp it is. I forgot. Oh yeah, another person they interviewed about this was Scott Lother, who was a security guard nearby. Thankfully, he's a pretty stable security guard and not a power-hungry security guard that's gonna kill children.
It's gonna kidnap children and tie them up and tell them that they're gonna die if they move.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's pretty chill. He said after being called to check something out in the forest, his words, he suddenly became very dizzy as he like went in more, and he claimed he felt really like agitated out of the blue, like really just pissed and like out of it and just like I just agitated, irritated. And this is not normal for him, is what he said. And he also felt if something was terribly wrong before exiting the ground. So just an onshot of like anxiety, like just a wave of just like, oh, something bad is going on. Like I shouldn't be here. But yeah, again, going back to Mr. Billy. As Billy
Weirdo.
Mr. Billy Weirdo, as he hid the ritual bag away from the campground, a photo of him was taken, only to reveal 3 white floating orbs in a triangle with him in the center. So was it a pentagram / sign that represented the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit? And I'm going to show you that picture right now.
Show me.
Oh, okay. All right, here's the picture, or the scene. I can play it. I don't know if it's going to catch the sound. We can check. Let's see.
Triangle with Billy in the center,
Yeah, it
which
does.
in ritual terms signals the mocking of the Trinity. Again, we cannot conclude that this is a paranormal manifestation, but we can say that it's one of our strangest pieces of photographic evidence ever captured on Polaroid film.
Okay, I can pause it there.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of creepy. I mean, look at like, it's kind of random.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Polaroid picture.
Yeah, since it's a Polaroid, I am a little more
Right.
hesitant to say that it was fake, because I don't know if you can fake, like, film like that as easily.
I don't know. I mean,
I
probably
bet
could.
I bet you could, like, scratch it or stab it with, like, a screwdriver.
For the sake of being spooky, I'm gonna say it sure is real. Here's a bit of background about the grounds, explained by regional historian Sue Bodley. I think it's the Weber River. Hey, like Weber, the kid.
That's the place that's it. The Scouts.
Oh, it's
It's a boys' club.
Oh, you
Boys
know
Club of Weber?
oh, yeah. I think it might have been in the same place.
Wait, what city
Weber,
was this in?
right? I mean, this is
West Haven. I think it's like
West Haven.
I
Yeah,
think it's
that's
like a
fine.
river that goes through, and then
yeah.
but it's also like, anyway.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
The Weber River was right next to the hollow, frequently visited by the tribe. It was a prime place to camp, and she said that it hosted many squabbles over its area. In that area around 1820, trappers and tribes fought very brutally, and supposedly some of the indigenous people would mutilate the heads of their enemies, believing it would cripple them in the afterlife. Her words. And that could have probably left a lot of angry people.
They're like,
Spirits.
"No, my head."
No.
I said, "No, my head."
Oh, God.
Man.
Hopefully some Gen Z Vine kids understood that reference. But yeah, that could have left a lot of negative energy, so maybe that manifested into the spirit. Who knows? The Utes would also have both medicine men and women who had the ability to curse others or create spiritual acts of vengeance. This wasn't all that they did, obviously, but it was a snippet of what was described. Yet in today's time, the land was disturbed and destroyed to create the attraction,
Oh man.
which is like so lame.
Don't mess up plants and stuff to make your cool stuff.
But yeah, and I mean, land was dug up as well as possible burial sites, items buried, etc. So the medicine men would have been very horrified to have seen this, is what the historian has said. So did this manifest the great creature? I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Spooky.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
But the Gray Man isn't the only entity on this site, though. So when investigating, the Ghost Adventures team had captured the sound of a growl / a pig noise and really, really quick running, like, behind them. Like, just think what you said, like, running in the bushes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, in the dark.
yeah.
Like, that's terrifying. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of really fast running in, like, scary movies. Like, that kind of creeps me out.
Yeah.
But yeah, they also picked up 2 demonic childlike voices when they set up their EVP recorder in the middle of the forest. I can find that right now. Okay, so here's the EVPs. Okay, so it's kind of hard to hear, but did you kind of...
Yeah.
It's like... Oh,
yeah.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
Just
bruh.
that. A ghost in the afterlife. Just,
Having a nice time.
yeah. But, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's real or fake?
Honestly, it was, like, kind of hard to hear, so I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, all I heard was... Oh my god.
There was definitely something they were hearing. Whether or not, I mean, it might have been, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm a little conflicted.
Like, I'm a little skeptical,
Right.
but at the same time, I'm like,
Who knows?
oh no, it's not me.
But, yeah, while in a chapel that's connected to the attraction, Aaron turned on a spirit box. And a spirit box, for those who don't know, it's kind of hard to explain, but it's a box, and it goes through a lot of static, and it goes through a lot of radio stations, and apparently, I'm probably not saying the right definition. Go online and research it if you want to. But it, like, goes through a lot of, like, radio stations, and some sort of energy can kind of make it say something. Like, it could... Like, the spirits can talk into it. If you want like a better definition, just look it up. But so he caught a voice saying "behind you" with a spike of electromagnetic energy on the reader as soon as it said it. And then shortly after that, a very, very loud bang was heard from the roof, and a ton of debris fell to the floor. It was caught on camera too, as if someone was like jumping on the roof.
Wow.
So I don't like that.
Me neither.
It's a little spooky.
A little silly. A little
Agreed.
goofy.
But yeah, and then another investigator named Jay heard the crash and then heard more running circling them back into the forest. So they all ended up meeting at base camp and making their way out of the forest. And the gray man was unfortunately not spotted on camera, but these encounters were certainly spooky.
Ooh, I agree.
Yeah. So that was pretty much my story.
That was cool.
It's more of like a recap of the episode and a bit of background. But I thought it was a little bit spooky. And
I did too.
It kind of shivered my timbers.
Were
Just
your
a bit.
tiver shimbered, matey?
Your tivers? Is that what you said?
Wait, what did I say?
I don't know. Maybe I heard you wrong.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah. So that was
Yay.
that episode. Yay!
Hooray.
But also, it was very funny, right?
What part of it was funny?
All of it.
Just
We're
our
very funny.
Stupid jokes.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, social media. Let's link it because I feel like we could probably have more people know about our Instagram and stuff like that because we don't have very many followers.
On Instagram, we are Shiver_podcast. Shiver spelled SHVR _podcast spelled normally. Oh, this is all lowercase, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So you can like keep up to date with what we're doing, see when episodes come out.
Yeah.
DM us your experiences or any spooky stories you want us to cover.
Yes.
We're on Spotify too. We have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You can go to both of those.
Subscribe. Turn on the bell. We don't post too
hit
often.
the stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Smash that like button.
Yeah, exactly. Leave comments, interact with us. Share this with your friends, please.
Yeah.
Like, we'd really appreciate it if you just
Yeah.
take some time out of your day and share it with people, maybe your family, people that might like ghosts and stuff. We're pretty small, but it's fun for us to do this,
Yeah.
and we'd love for more people to listen. So
Yeah, we want to share the fun we have making this with
Yeah.
other people.
yeah. And again, let us know if you want to be on the show. DM
Yeah.
us, maybe comment, email, everything's
Oh
in
yeah,
the
our
description.
email is shiver.podcast@gmail.com, right?
Yeah, everything's in the description. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, next
Uh,
episode, New
oh.
Mexico.
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
I got family in New Mexico.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh,
on
cool.
on my dad's side.
I was not aware of that.
Yeah, but as always, any triggers, anything is always going to be in the descriptions of our videos. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah. All right. Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.